Oh my God, what am I looking at? Do these people know what they're doing? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking to watch this video, guys. I hope you've been fantastic. I've been doing great myself and I am so happy to come to you guys today with a new video. Before we get into it, I just want to say a very huge thank you to every returning subscriber who's watching this video. Thank you so much for clicking, for coming back to watch my content. And if you're new here, welcome. It is such a pleasure to have you here watching, and I implore you to please join the family by clicking the red subscribe button below, and I assure you that you would enjoy all the content I put out on this channel. Please guys, don't forget to like this video. I mean, I know it's very easy to forget, but that's why I'm reminding you now so that you don't. Liking this video helps a lot. Like, it helps this channel a lot. Like, you have no idea. It's going to help more people see this video, and of course that helps us grow the channel all the more. So guys, without going on and on, let's get into what we have come here for today. All right guys, so today's video is an interesting one that I've actually been trying to do for a while, but I wanted to get all my facts right and all my b-roll footage and all the things. So you're going to be seeing a lot of like b-roll footage. Wait, do I need to explain what b-roll is? Never mind, you get it when we get there. Okay, so this video, right, is one where I want to talk about things that I had either never heard of before or only heard of before I came to South Africa. So basically things that like either I knew of them, like I knew that they existed, but I just never seen them before, or I had no idea, like I was oblivious to the fact before I came to South Africa. So basically things that living in South Africa has exposed me to outside of things that were normal back in my home country, which is Nigeria. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. So yeah, let's get into it. The first thing that I saw for the first time in South Africa was topless women in public. Guys, I am not even kidding. Like, I knew that there were African tribes that went topless, like the women went topless. And growing up as a Nigerian, I had seen like all them Igbo movies where, you know, the women are wearing traditional attire and then they tie a short wrapper like a skirt and then also one over their boobs. But I had never seen like ones where people just go topless and wear only the skirt pieces. And when I got to South Africa, I think it was my first Heritage Day, and I was like, wait, what have I seen? What's going on? Like, women were just going around with like little pieces and beads on their neck and nothing to cover the sisters. I'm like, oh my God, that was such a discovery. Like, I didn't even know that it was something that was going to be so rampant in like cities, right? I thought it was just in like more rural communities that things like that would happen. But guys, like, this was like on campus, on the streets, in stores, like in normal places, guys. People were wearing their traditional attire and wearing that. And I mean, as a Nigerian from a very conservative community and everything, like, it was like, oh my God, what am I looking at? And do these people know what they're doing? But honestly, over time, I've just come to realize that different people have different cultures, and what's acceptable in certain places might not be acceptable in some. So at least I now know what these cultures look like. And yeah, that's the first thing that I was just seeing for the first time when I came to South Africa. Okay, so now the second thing that I just discovered for the first time when I got to South Africa was Mr. Price Home. Guys, I knew that there was Mr. Price, right? There was Mr. Price in Nigeria because the franchise came to Nigeria at some point, and it was an amazing store that we all love to shop from and whatnot. But I came here and then I realized that there was a Mr. Price Home, like literally a Mr. Price that is dedicated to home items, home decor, furniture, linen, all the things. I was like, wait, what? Really? Guys, I promise you, I had no idea that there was Mr. Price Home. And now that I know that there's Mr. Price Home, you can find me there like once every month because I love getting new things for my home. I love buying, even if it's one piece at a time. Like, I just really love putting things in my house. And Mr. Price Home is a good place to get things that are affordable and quite good quality. So I tend to go there quite a bit now. And yeah, I discovered that only when I moved to South Africa. Before, I thought Mr. Price was just a store that sells clothes. Now I know that they are more than just that. I know about Mr. Price Foam. Now, the third thing that I want to share in this video, which I only saw for the first time when I moved to South Africa, is right wheel drive cars. No, actually, scratch that. I wasn't seeing them for the first time. Of course, I've always known that there were cars that were like left wheel and right wheel. You know, I had been educated around that, and I had also seen that on TV. So coming to South Africa and discovering that all the cars were right wheel drive was very interesting. For my first 1 year in this place, I promise you, I'll go to the car and then I will be opening the door to the driver's seat, and then Muiwa will be like, Muiwa is my husband, by the way, and he'll be like, where are you going? Are you driving today? And I'll be like, oh my goodness, because I used to forget all the time. Like, it took a lot of getting used to. I remember my first ever ride in a car in South Africa. I think it was an Uber, honestly, and it was on the freeway because I was leaving the airport in Johannesburg and going someplace else, and I was so scared because the car was moving so fast, and like I was just on the wrong side of the road as far as I was concerned. So it was really, really scary, but it took a lot of getting used to, and now I am very, very used to it. Like, I can function on the left, I can function on the right, like in any car I find myself. So yeah, that was one thing that I just experienced for the first time upon moving to South Africa. Now on to number 4. The fourth thing, this one, I think I discovered it, like I learned about it and I saw it for the first time in South Africa, was tapping your card to make payments. Guys, in Nigeria, you take your ATM card and you put it in the machine, you put your pin in, all that good stuff, and you pay for your stuff. But here, like, I didn't even know that I could just tap my card. I mean, I think I had seen it on TV a few times, but I didn't think much of it, right? I didn't think that it was something you could just do like just about any store, okay? I thought it was for these really rich people with the credit cards and stuff, and you know, there's a certain type of card that comes like that and all that. Only for me to get here and the regular student account card that I had, I could just tap it and the money will go. Guys, oh my gosh, at first I was really, really worried because it's like, yo, are you sure that this is safe? Because if someone takes my card now and they tap it in 10 places, Otilo, the money is gone. But honestly, it was a bit scary. But over time, I've gotten used to it, and it's just a normal thing. It's even easier than having to insert your card in the machine and enter your PIN and all that good stuff. So yeah, that was something that was a bit new to me when I came to South Africa. But of course, I've gotten used to that as well. I believe we're on number 5 now, and the next thing I want to share is something that actually has my heart. Like, guys, I discovered this thing and I fell in love with it at first sight, and that is pine gel. Guys, so pine gel is like a, what do I call it? It's like a paste, right? It's like a paste that you can use in your household cleaning. So you can mix it into your mopping water and you can use it to like wash your sink and things like that. And the smell of that thing is divine. Like in Nigeria, we just used to use floor cleaner in our water and then we'll clean our floors and things. But I had no idea what pine gel was. Like, pine gel is such an amazing thing. Like, God bless the person that discovered or invented pine gel. So yeah, now I use pine gel in my house a lot. And it was very funny because my husband and I went to buy a new mop for our house. Like, it was even very recent too. It was like, what, 4 or 5 months ago when we had just moved here. And we met a lady at the store. She was also a customer who was buying stuff. So we were contemplating between 2 mops that we had found. And she was walking by and she just stopped and said, oh yeah, this one is better. I have this one in my house, which was very nice of her. So she recommended the one that we eventually bought. And she said, it's better. It's really great. It does what it's supposed to do. Just add a teaspoon or 2 of pine gel to your mopping water and your house will smell divine. I'm like, okay now. This pine gel they're talking about, let me buy it, because I had seen it in the stores a few times, but I didn't necessarily know what it was for. As a matter of fact, I thought it was for polishing like wooden floors, right? Look at me. So I did buy it and I put it in my mopping water, and guys, when I tell you that this thing is divine, like I love it so much, and I am grateful that South Africa has introduced me to pine gel. If I'm ever going back home, I am going to buy a keg of pine gel and find a way to put it into my luggage and take it back to Nigeria, because pine gel is that good. This next one I'm about to share is going to be like a shocker to most South Africans, because this is something that is as normal as water, as normal as air in this country. But I only discovered it when I came here, and that is pap, guys. In Nigeria, we eat rice, we eat curry, we eat amala, we eat all the things. But you see, pap, I have never like in Nigeria. Actually, we have what we call pap, but it's made of cassava.
It's cold.
And it's supposed to be like a, let me see what I can compare it. It's like porridge, right? You know how porridge, breakfast porridge that you make here is like a paste, and or custard. Actually, custard is the perfect example. So pap in Nigeria is like custard. It's just like a more subtle custard or something like that. And I got here, and pap, guys, is a whole meal. Like, pap is something you make on the side and eat with stew, eat with curry. What? I mean, the first time I saw pap, I was like, what is this? Because also the texture sometimes can be very confusing for somebody who isn't used to such textures. In Nigeria, most of our swallows, or most of our like main dishes, or should I say side dishes now, they kind of come with a very smooth consistency. So when you make eba, when you make amala, you kind of want to make it have a very smooth, very soft and smooth consistency, essentially. And pap can be very lumpy, it can be very like different sizes and things. So when I first saw it, I'm like, did these people mistakenly do something wrong and then they put it on the shelf, or am I the one that's confused? And then my husband was like, oh no, that's pap, that's how it is normally eaten, blah blah. Honestly, pap is it came as such a surprise to me, and right now I must confess that I have a love-hate relationship with that thing. My husband will eat pap any day, like he loves it. And on the other hand, I don't know. I don't know whether it's the texture or the taste, but I just struggle with it a lot. And I think that's because it tastes a lot like something we call semolina in Nigeria, and I hate semolina. Like, you can't bring that thing near me. I guess that's why I don't eat it. But yeah, I only discovered pap for the first time in my big age of 20 something years old when I came to South Africa. Okay, so moving on, the next two things I'm going to talk about are also food items, and the one that I've saved for the last is honestly my most shocking one, so you might want to keep watching to discover that. Now let's go to number 7, right? The 7th thing that I'd only discovered for the first time upon moving to South Africa is chips as street food. Guys, like potato chips, by the way, I'm talking about like hot potatoes, fried potatoes, fries, what we call fries actually. In Nigeria, potatoes are expensive. Okay, so potatoes grow more in northern Nigeria, and so I guess they are like a staple there, but they have to be shipped down to other parts of Nigeria, and they can be rather expensive. And so potato chips is stuff like you have maybe one or two meals a week if you incorporate it into like your food timetable, or you go to a restaurant and you buy chicken and chips and all that kind of stuff. But here, like guys, the same way in Nigeria, you'll be roaming the streets and you see someone selling rice and beans, you see someone selling amala, you see someone selling plantain or corn. It's the same way you can see chips very easily and for very cheap in this country. The first time I saw, I think it was in uni, the first time I stopped by like a chips store and I had them like sell me chips, I was so shocked at the quantity of what I was getting for the price I was paying, because it was stupid cheap. I think it was like $10, and the quantity, guys, like a whole takeaway packed with chips, seasoned with all the sauces and things for that price, guys. I was like, wait, chips is street food in this country, right? Oh my goodness. Wow. One thing about me, I love my fries, and I'm trying not to eat as much fried food. That is why I don't buy fries all the time, but trust me, when I get the chance, I always buy them. But yeah, like just seeing how easily accessible they were in this place was very interesting to me. It was one heck of a discovery. And now the last thing that I'm going to be sharing in this video, and this is one that took me by absolute surprise when I first saw it, is packed chicken parts. Guys, like the first time I went into a butchery and I saw chicken feet 5 kg in a bag, I had to take a picture and send to like my family at home, like, guys, look at And we had such a great laugh. Like, guys, normally in Nigeria, all these other chicken parts are just things you come about. Like, if you buy a whole bird and you take it to your house to kill it, like, you will never go to the market in Nigeria and see them selling chicken feet or chicken heads. Or I feel like the heads was even the one that confused me the most, because it just looked like something shady. Like, why am I buying 3 kilograms of chicken heads? What am I using it for? It was so funny to me, guys. Like, chicken feet, chicken heads, chicken hearts. Actually, yeah. Chicken hearts. That was actually the most confusing one. I feel like chicken heads and chicken hearts are struggling for like the most confusing one in my head, because why am I buying a whole pack of chicken hearts? Like, just the mere fact, like the thought of how all those hearts were even extracted and then weighed and they're packaged and then given to you on the shelves is like, it's disturbing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I guess it's cuisine. I guess it's a delicacy here, and so by all means, people sell it, people love it, people buy it. And yeah, I've never bought it. I've never bought any of these things I just mentioned. But yeah, it was a surprise. It was a shocker. And so, guys, we have come to the end of the video. I must say that I had a lot of fun filming this one, because as I prepared for this video and as I'm talking about all these things, it's just reminding me of like my journey so far in South Africa. How that there was a time when there were certain things I would see and I'll be like, oh, that's new, that's a discovery. But now they are like a part of my everyday life. And I'm just really grateful. I'm happy that, you know, I'm getting used to living here and I'm actually loving it. Speaking of getting used to something, guys, I feel like you guys need to know me more, okay? You guys need to know who you are watching, who you are, you know, subscribing to and all that. So I have put a question tag type thing on my community tab. All you have to do is go to my channel, click on the community tab, and you will see a post. The very first post there, it's asking you to get to know me better by sending me your questions. So if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments of that video. And if you want to be more anonymous and you don't want to share your questions so publicly, please send them to me on Instagram via DM. By the way, I have premium content on my Instagram, so you might want to follow me there. The Instagram handle keeps popping up throughout this video, so please check me out. And the link to my Instagram is also in the description box of this video. So yeah, guys, send me your questions and I promise you that I'm going to make a video dedicated to answering all these questions that you guys are sending to me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please, like I said in the beginning, don't forget to like this one. And if you're new here or if you're returning and you haven't subscribed yet, please remember to subscribe before you go, because I really want you here and I really want to see this channel grow. Thanks again for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one. Till then, stay blessed, stay safe, stay beautiful, and know that I love you. Mwah.